있는 여자 너는 선어해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선어해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선어해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선어해.
Good morning! Happy hump day! It's Wednesday, 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. 2013.
I'm just saying.
Whatever. This day is not a
Total
total
waste of makeup. This is just no shower, put clothes on,
I know she smells.
get
Woo!
in front
Ladies
of the
and gentlemen.
camera. I did put on some lip gloss, though.
You did put lip
I did put
gloss
a
on.
little bit of makeup on.
You got a little bit of blush.
I really kind of look like I'm
You're wearing
dead.
my jewelry.
Yes. But today's theme would be this.
Hug a hater. That's not actually today's topic. We're not talking about haters today, really. But we know. You just want to show off your boobs.
Well, I can show off my boobs anytime I want, but I'm just saying. Hug a hater.
Touch a boob today.
We should be closer. Whoa. Okay, sorry. It was just like...
Back up, Jackson.
Back off, Jack. Mm-hmm.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Hope everyone is getting through this week wondrously. G-Note is on the...
On the mic, 1, 2, check, Mike.
Say hi.
Oh,
I don't
hey,
know.
what's up?
Wow, I think you need to get him a cup of coffee. He just completely
He has a
zoned.
cup of coffee. I gave it to
Okay,
him.
good.
Very
I
good.
I make sure I give him a cup of coffee
Very,
and have
very
it sitting, waiting for him so he doesn't have to go wandering around because I'm a good person like that. Damn it.
This is going to be fun. Speak, Mama.
We like to thank our sponsors, Life Improvement Radio After Dark.
Oh, airing live 24/7.
Like right now, even.
Even now.
Like right now, you can check us on.
LARafterdark.com.
Yes.
And connectinglocalmusic.com. That is our new music cooperative. Any musicians watching, please give me a buzz at 727-266-3202. We'd like to add you to the mix and move you up in the world.
Holy Moon Chocolates. Amazing European style truffles. Exactly. I could use one right now. And our very own Rockstar Fuel.
Very, very soon you will be able to go to LIR After Dark.
LIR After Dark.
And buy some coffee.
It's
amazing. Every day we drink it like nutcakes. We're
Nutcakes.
totally addicted to it. When I'm telling you, totally addicted to it. In the cup.
In the cup.
Michael, what do you say when we talk about our coffee?
When you drink it, you'll feel like a rock star.
Oh, hell yeah.
Telling you, we need to record him saying that.
I know.
In his
We
sexy
will.
little
I
man
think we're
voice.
going to do that. I think we should do that.
Sexy little man.
His sexy little man voice.
His sexy little man voice.
WePrint365.com for all of your high quality color printing needs.
You're good this morning.
Oh.
I'm going to like that.
I'm telling you, I think I'm on auto drive here. They have given us a promo code in all capital letters, CT April, for the month of April. They are doing 1,000 high quality color business cards for $39.99.
Woo. I got them.
Do you really?
Just
Did
saying.
you? I need to get new business cards. And Nicolex Inc. Music Island. All music,
All the time.
Give her a call at 727-698-STAR for private music
Oh my God,
lessons.
don't ever do that again.
I can't sing it?
No.
STAR!
Oh, like I said, don't ever.
My ear is still clogged up, so my tone is way off.
Okay, no, actually that's good because you can actually hear yourself.
Piano, guitar, vocals, and drums.
Make sure that you let her know when you talk to her and mention Coffee Talk with the Divas, and you will get a free lesson.
One free. Oh, here we go again.
The train's coming.
What the heck?
Heidi, the
Why?
train is coming again. Heidi sent me a
Why?
little message. She said she liked the train. Well, guess what?
Usually
You
the
got
train
it
only
again.
comes at like 8 o'clock in the morning hours. This is a new thing that it's coming at 10 o'clock. And
It's
I
okay.
may
It's
have to
part of
write
the-
CSX and say,
You may have to say
what
CSS. Look.
the hell?
Because you're really, really cramping my style.
You're cramping my style. I mean, what if I were sleeping in?
Well, it'd be better to come at 10 than 8 o'clock. Here it comes.
One more. One more long one.
Two more, I think.
Nope, that was a short one.
There's a short one. More long one. Thank you.
That's them crossing the road that we live on.
That's all good.
Can you tell we're on the wrong side of the tracks? Ba-dum-bum.
No, we are on the right side of the tracks. They are on the wrong side of the tracks. Oh my God, get it straight.
It's so
Do not
close.
get it twisted.
It's so close.
Oh, wow.
So close.
Just a couple other things I wanted to go over before we get into the content of what we're going to do today.
Yes.
That's me. I will be opening up for ABBA on Friday, this Friday, on the cafe stage from 6:30 to 8. So if you want to come out just to see me, you can do that, really. You can park and come and look at me if you don't really need to go in to
just stare at her in a
watch
creepy
ABBA
fashion.
if you'd like to, but I really like to watch ABBA, but unfortunately I have a gig after that, so please come check me out from 6:30 to 8, and then I have a gig with Chrome up at the Beer Shed up on 301, so that'd be fun.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
All right.
Yes, I'm slurping.
What is this stuff?
Oh, we're going back to our traditional format of segments.
I said that I wanted to learn about this stuff today.
Rosemary. Oh, you know what?
Ooh.
You can cook with it. You can put it in bath salts. You can grow it here in Florida. It grows really well, actually, here in Florida.
Oh my gosh, it smells wonderful.
You can sniff it for hours. Sorry. That's probably not the way to do that.
My mom makes, I've made it before too. It's the, you make baked potatoes with this, like.
Yeah, it's a cooking ingredient as well as a magical ingredient.
And can't you use it in oils?
Yes, you can.
Oh, you know what? It's an herb of memory, fidelity, love, loyalty, mental clarity.
Oh, look at that. That's awesome.
Protection, success, good for your blood pressure, good for headaches. It's a heart tonic. Stomach extracts.
You can eat it, drink it, make it an oil, diffuse it, carry it, ritualistic.
Oh my God, Michael.
I had to show that to you.
Where is that? We are putting that up right now.
It's on my Facebook.
Okay, we're going to have to put up something from G-Note's Facebook because that is way too funny.
Of course,
Sharing.
you can follow G-Note at Michael Gnote on Facebook or on Twitter.
Yes, at Gnote86.
G-Note 86.
G-Note 86. That was funny too.
That was great. Raise
Michael,
your
I
hand.
don't see it on your Facebook.
It's because it's on one of my friends.
Okay, can you put it on some? Can you tag yourself?
Oh,
so I
you
can put it up?
you put that
I'll
other
share
picture
it.
on there too. The raise your hand if you need to get laid.
He shared it from me, bitch. That was my shit. Oops.
Did you see me and Charlie going back
I
and
just
forth?
shared it.
Thank you.
What?
Did you see me
That
and
was-
Charlie going
that
back
was
and
great.
forth yesterday? One of her friends. It was
That was
awesome.
awesome.
Probably not.
Oh, well, fine.
I don't go to your guys' Facebook pages all the time just to like
Yeah,
hang out
don't
and see what's
because
going
it's
on.
too much. It's too much
What?
stuff
No,
happening.
you don't.
No.
It's too much.
Don't
stuff
you
going
miss
on.
us when you're not with us?
I'm not really thinking that he does very much, simply because of the fact that, yeah, we spend a lot of time together.
We do.
We spend.
You know what I was doing like all yesterday? Which it kind of plays off the whole guilty pleasures thing, and I totally forgot that I recently got back into this. Before, I'd only seen the first season. That was like years ago, so I'm going back and like rewatching everything. True Blood.
We were just talking about that this morning.
Yeah.
True Blood. Oh,
I was like, can I start at the beginning?
Ba-dum,
Because she
Yeah.
showed me this picture of this.
Alexander Skarsgård, who plays
What?
Eric Northman.
Oh yeah. Okay. I get you.
He is.
He's beautiful. He's
a
Norwegian.
specimen. He is
He's very
definitely a
tall.
specimen.
He's blonde. He's blue-eyed. He's
Okay, Hitler.
ripped like a brick shit. I'm sorry, what?
Okay, Hitler.
No, I'm not saying that. You know, that's the
Oh.
master race.
No,
I'm just saying
whatever.
that's fucking hot.
Look, Michael, she showed me just a picture of him like in regular clothes, a button-down shirt, and I was like, yes, please, I'd like to see more. So then she
So,
showed me more.
I pulled up a picture of one of the episodes
And
where
I
he's
was
like
like,
doing someone from behind and he's fully naked.
I think this is a new obsession that we need to watch the show.
Yeah.
I've seen every episode and will gladly rewatch every episode again.
Okay, so spare time, check off. Watch
I think we need to get Netflix. Do you have Netflix?
We need to get Netflix. Let's
We
get
need to
Netflix.
get Netflix. We'll just turn off the
But I can tell you what Michael likes.
What?
I like big cups and I cannot lie.
Michael says he likes big cups.
You know, one of these shows we're going to have to do, you know, with why... Oh, we might have a movie afternoon. That's cool.
Are we going to watch that movie?
Yeah, we're going to watch
Pitch Perfect that we talked about?
Yeah.
It's one of
you
his
guys are
guilty
killing me.
pleasures.
Like, I have time to watch a movie.
Of course you do. Please. You're in your pajamas. I know what you do all day. Dolly Lava.
I'm sorry. Had to. Thanks, Michael. Awesome.
Wednesdays are a silly morning. As I
Dolly
think this is turning
Lava.
into.
That's so funny. Look at my hair.
I still
All right,
have a
what are we
headache.
supposed to talk about today?
We are talking about relationships and emotional unavailabilities.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yes, we are. Well,
You're going to snort more, Rosemary? Maybe we
Yeah.
should take the rosemary away from her. Take the rosemary away from her. Here, you can have that piece.
thanks. I'll put it in my pocket.
Oh, now Michael's sniffing
I'm
it.
gonna put it. It's good, man. It smells great.
Snort.
Snort it.
It's good
Just
for your
snort it.
circulation, you know.
I think when
It's-
you have it in oil and rub it on you,
Okay.
or salt,
I mean, it's no V juice onto some aspirin, but it'll work.
Okay. Well, you know, we can rub it on certain areas, and it might help the
I just watched that episode.
circulation. I'm thinking it'll help the circulation.
V juice. Let's go do
V
some
juice.
V. True Blood is coming back soon, very soon.
I'm so watching that.
Your mom's coming back soon. I don't know why.
What? Wow, it is a morning. It is a silly morning, which is good because our topic is fairly heavy. So
Yeah.
maybe
Okay.
having a little humor in it
Before we go cray cray.
is a good idea. Is a very good idea.
So even though she's at work, the girl I went on a date with the other day is totally watching the show right now.
Hi, girl he went on a date with. We do know your name. He has told us, but we're not going to.
She just said that I'm allowed to put it out there. It's Katie. I'm not telling you any last names.
Hi,
but
Katie.
Hey, Katie.
Katie, we'll meet you soon, but we don't want to scare you to death.
Yeah. Mike
So-
is really a good guy. Very nice guy. Very good guy.
Well, I think she found that out Sunday. So.
Well, yeah, for herself.
Well, you're probably showing one side of yourself. We get the other side of you.
How many sides are there?
Everyone has a couple different faces. Everyone does.
Yeah, it's okay.
And I'm a Gemini. I probably have 4. And a little horn. Toot, toot. They're holding up my halo.
Evil bunny.
Evil bunny?
Evil
Evil
bunny.
bunny.
That is American Sign Language for evil bunny.
Is it really? Evil bunny? Oh, I'm totally going to use
Wow.
that.
They can do evil.
Wow.
Evil. Oh! Evil turtle.
Yes.
Turtle. Sorry. I
I
just
love
thought of
you.
another. Sorry.
We cannot have that turtle thing on the show.
I want that
No.
video on the show one day.
I will. I'll put it on.
Turtle
Next time
sex
we'll
is
put
awesome.
we'll put the turtle video on. Oh my god. We'll put that up on our page, actually.
I love the
Our
turtle
fan
sex
page.
video.
Oh.
The great one where it gets really down
The
into
show
his
would
mouth
not
and
be
you see his
complete
little.
without
Macy
La
LaFosse. She was sitting in the chair earlier. We were like, oh.
Macy decided she was going to host instead of me. She sat right in the chair. She's like, "This is mine. I'm hosting today."
Gino's having
What?
issues.
Gino,
Okay.
You yell at us for picking up our phone. He's over there texting his girlfriend.
Are you texting Katie? Katie, is he texting you? You can reach me at...
Of course I'm texting her.
727-266-3202. So send us a text, send us an email at coffeetalkwiththedivas@gmail.com, and let us know what you would like us to talk about.
And actually, today's topic came from one of my friends off Facebook, Kelly. She is a psych major, and she found this amazing article. So, are we going to jump right on into this and have
Well, I
this
think
discussion?
maybe we should because we're probably going
I
to be
think
on
this
the topic
this
for a little while.
discussion is going to take a little bit. It's how to spot your emotional unavailability, and whether or not you're with someone who is emotionally unavailable. If you are the an emotional unavailable person, that kind of thing. This is a big topic for me personally because I have just gotten out of a very long relationship in a very hard way, but again, endings are never totally nice. So, I mean, if it's not bad, it wouldn't end. So, there we go.
Right.
I'm fairly realistic about where I am in my head, and some of this was really cool to see. Woo, can you tell all of a sudden I got uncomfortable?
A little bit. I can help you there, sweetie.
I know.
I can help you. There's several types of unavailability. Some are temporary.
Some are chronic.
Yes, some are chronic.
And some can't be avoided. If someone has a mental illness or childhood trauma, those things play into your adult life and into your adult relationships. And all of these things that we're going to talk about today go for either gender. These are not gender specific. So it could be anyone you're in a relationship, whether it's female to female, male to male, male to female, female to male, whatever. Dolly Lava to Wendy. It's possible. Anything. Anything is possible. So
I love that.
It's usually, though, that women complain about men's emotional unavailability. But women are often emotionally unavailable as well. They just try to hide it more.
I was going to say, it's just easier for us to hide it.
Yeah. It is. It really is. Because we're used to, a lot of women feel that they've been hurt so much that they just kind of gloss over everything and then jump from relationship to relationship and relationship to make it think that that's going to fix it. But when you do relationship jumping like that,
it doesn't
fix anything.
Funny how you said that word, jump.
It is in many ways.
I will, just to make things easier on you, I can, I'll help. I can relate to a few different things too, because I know this topic might be a little bit hairy for you.
Every human can relate to many aspects of this at one point or another. Either you're going through it now, you've been through it, or you will go through it. That your emotions are not something to hide. Your emotions are not something that you should be ashamed of. You have to go through certain processes to live a healthy, happy life. And at times you have to give yourself the chance to grieve the loss of a relationship, to grieve the loss of a friendship. You can grieve the loss of a person, whether they have moved on to something else in their life and you feel like you've been left behind. But that's not the case usually. It's just a feeling. And you're okay to have that feeling. I like the one thing in this article that was, where is this? What is this? Moffitt Cancer Center. It's on their website. And one of the little blurbs that it says is when you get hooked on someone else who is, think Carrie Bradshaw and Mr. Big. I'm just throwing that out there for the women who love Sex and the City like I do. Another guilty pleasure. We'll watch it anytime, any day, anywhere. But that's a classic emotional unavailability. I mean, he went through 8 seasons of, I love you, but not now. I love you, but later. I love you, but never mind. Oh, and then he says, I love you, and then they actually get married. And not necessarily live happily ever after. But that's the kind of situation. And what's funny is when I read that, I laughed because I had referred to someone as my Mr. Big. And when I mentioned that to someone, they kind of put up an argument about, no, I'm not the Mr. Big type. And now it's like, yeah, you are, actually. I was right the first time.
Okay, so let me tell you where that stems from. Here's where it stems from. Okay? Look. He's going, I love you, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then he pulls back. He's going, I love you, I want to do this, I want to do that. Now, what does Carrie do?
She gets all girly and she's like, yes, absolutely.
Oh.
She's not really herself.
Do you know why?
She doesn't stay true to herself.
Do you know why?
Because she's also emotionally unavailable.
And why else?
Because she thinks she wants to please the person.
Or
wants to try to...
For some reason, she thinks that
being a different person
that her worth is just that.
Yeah, good point.
That where she is in her life and the person that she is not worthy enough to have a man or a relationship that won't pull back on you, only wants some things to a certain level.
Yeah.
So a woman thinking about herself that way, or any person thinking about themselves that way, would really need to work on the inside and say, I am worthy of a person that wants to be with me.
For me.
And enough for them to pull down their own walls and say, look, I understand, I see your worth. Mm-hmm. I see what kind of a person that you are, and then I will take the steps to change how I am on the inside for you, because I see your worth. So the thing is, I think that a lot of people have some issues with self-esteem, and thinking that a person that they are with, which is unemotionally available to them,
Right.
only to a certain point, they would say, okay, well, I'll just stick with that because I may not get anything any better.
Right.
Not true.
Not true.
Not true.
Stay true to yourself.
Yes,
and
because
love yourself first.
Because the person for you is the one that sees you, and will take those steps to better themselves to get to the level that you're supposed to be, that you're at.
And sees the love that you have for yourself.
Exactly, and accepts it.
And accepts that. Can you do me a favor? Can you
No.
take your knee off of the table? Because
Yeah.
you shake the table.
Sorry.
And then this goes
I'm
on.
gonna use
We're
my-
not having an
My
earthquake. You live in Florida.
pajamas. My puppy dog pajamas. Sorry.
I can't show my knee because I'm not wearing anything. Ooh!
Winston?
Winston has decided to have a moment in the
Okay,
conversation.
hello, Winston.
And he's
Okay,
glaring
back to
at you, Gino.
Back to it. Back to it. He wants you to let him out.
Glaring. Okay, so there are 10 different signs. If you're, whether or not you're looking for a close relationship, a friendship, dating, whatever. There are 10 signs of someone who is unavailable emotionally. Flirting with flattery. So, men who like to flatter may also be apt listeners and communicators like snake charmers, often good at short-term intimacy, but typically commitment phobics and wait, hold on. But where did I lose myself? At short-term intimacy, some learn with self-disclosure and vulnerability, but they prefer the chase over the catch. Now, again, this is men and women. I know plenty of women who flirt their butts off, but the minute something happens to step it up in front of them, they go running.
See, I think you could still, though, be flirty and be able to commit.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
So I don't necessarily agree with that point.
I think
Well, that's because when you're looking at it that a certain way to a person that is emotionally available, that is kind of flirting, putting stuff out there to different things going on, waiting for something to come back is what they want, for what they want.
Right.
Yeah, I understand that, but I think what she's saying is someone that will flirt with people here, and here, but only take it so far. But the problem is, you said, like a snake charmer, what you are doing is attracting something that you really don't want.
Right.
well, and this too, I think, is words are empty air sometimes, and they can mean a great deal, but this is definitely where something like actions need to speak more than words sometimes. Like,
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
I can understand. I understand that.
Does that make?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's how I kind of took it when I read it.
Like
Was that
they're all talk.
right?
Okay.
And
Not everybody is like
no,
that.
we're not
Right.
saying that everyone is like that. We're just saying that a point where some people still want to put themselves out there, but only to a certain point, and represent themselves as one thing when they really are not.
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay, so how annoying is that when somebody flirts with you and they say, "Well, we're going to do this, and let's do this, and I'll do this, and you can do this, and and then nobody ever follows up." I need to turn my chair.
She keeps
Sorry. Well, it's just because we're
wedging
so,
her
we
knee
sit
up
so
on the
close
table,
that
and it's like,
I'm running out of room. Okay. All right.
okay, perfect.
Adjust.
There we go.
It's
Adjustment.
usually a boob adjust, but
This time it's a
We're
knee
closer.
adjustment.
All right. Point 2.
Point 2. Control. Someone who won't be inconvenienced to modify his or her routine. Typically, commitment phobics are inflexible and loathe compromises. Relationships revolve around them.
I could totally see that.
You want to talk about control? We could talk about control.
Well, that's on the list. It's
Okay.
right there.
Okay, we can talk about control. You answer this to me. 2 things.
Mhm.
Could be a man, could be a woman in any relationship.
Absolutely.
When they're looking to control their significant other, what does that mean?
It means they're insecure.
Okay.
It means they're worried about something that may or may not happen.
Now, when the other person lets them control them, What does that mean?
They're insecure with themselves and don't know what they want.
And think that they're good enough only for
A certain level. Yeah.
Again, going back to self-esteem and self-confidence.
Where do you...
Michael?
Oh, I totally agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Because relationships...
I know people going through that, so...
Yeah.
And see, here's what it is, too. And I'm not going to pick on women or bash us or anything, because a lot of women who have been through things are really looking for someone that's going to save them.
Men do, too.
I know what men do, too. I know. I'm just saying because women speak to me about this all the time.
Right.
How they say that they're thinking, oh, he's just going to swoop right in and take over, and he's just going to take care of everything and all this stuff. And
like that beautiful meme. Prince Charming is probably out there, but he's probably stuck in a tree because he can't find a way out.
Not happening. You need to be able to take care of yourself first. That is what attracts the men that you want to attract.
Or the
that is when
it's the whole
that's what's
knight
going
in
to
shining
attract.
armor.
That's
Right.
right. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, fairy tales are fairy tales.
That's right. Because it also sends back to women's equality. Too.
He's still sniffing the
I love it.
It is.
I love it.
But it's not just a women's equality thing. Everyone. I don't want to make this just one-sided sexually.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be because men can do that too.
Because men are insecure as well. They control
of course.
because of their own fears.
Yeah, I want a sugar mama.
You want a sugar? Well, at least you're upfront about it. At least you're honest. You know what you want, and you're comfortable with that. That's a beautiful thing.
I want a specific lifestyle.
I need a lifestyle in which.
Okay, well, if we're not.
I need a big house. I need a Mercedes.
That's nice.
I need a pool in my pickup
all
truck.
Those things are really nice. And all those things are really nice and really nice to have, but you have to remember when you get in the bed at night with that person, whether they're going to be there or not, whether they're going to, those kind of things come with a price, unfortunately, sometimes. 99% of the time.
Well, everything comes with with...
I'm just, we
I don't like the word price because that makes it sound very negative. But relationships take work. They take compromise.
Mm-hmm.
They take an understanding and communication.
Yes.
So those are... trust.
This.
You can't even find the camera this morning. You're having a hard time. You were good down.
Sorry.
Anyway. Number 3. Listen. Your date may hint or admit that he or she isn't good at relationships or doesn't believe in them or isn't ready for marriage. Listen to these negative facts and believe them. Ignore vulnerability, bragging, and compliments.
Listen to that.
And believe them. People, if someone understands this about themselves or has given you enough information, it is unwise for you as a person listening to this to go, oh, they're just saying that because they don't really want to. No, really. They got it. They understand. Believe that. They're being honest with you. Believe that. And that's really... again, with communication, you have to believe what somebody is saying. You can't automatically try and find a subtext to a conversation.
But I can change him.
Nobody can change
I can change
anybody.
him.
Nobody
do all
can
these things
change
for him.
anybody.
And let me just do all these things for him. And then maybe he'll want to,
Nobody can change anybody. A person can change themselves for their own good or bad. But a person cannot change another human in the long run. Yes, they can say, oh, well, I really think you're very pretty in this outfit today. I want you to wear more of this. And here, let me go shopping and give you more of this. The minute that person walks out the door, you're going to look at yourself in the mirror and go, what the hell am I wearing? And why I am not comfortable here? They're going to go back and change their clothes. End of story. You cannot change somebody else. It doesn't work that way. You can try all you want. The minute you walk away, it's like it erases everything. There's like short-term memory there. That's how I look at it anyway.
You have to accept people for who they are.
Absolutely. You know yourself. At your very heart, if you're honest with yourself first, and you love yourself first,
then it's a whole lot easier to recognize what it is that you want,
right,
and not to fool yourself at
absolutely
any point.
And you know, especially coming out of a relationship and looking into going into a new relationship, understand what your role was and what it is that you want next, you know, for this next chapter. Really, this is a lot for myself. I'm going through a process to try and figure out what it is that I will accept in another relationship, what I want in another relationship, what I'm willing to give in another relationship. And it's not very even right now for myself because I'm still going through this process.
But that's okay.
But I understand that for me.
Because what I really like, what I'm really enjoying watching you do is going through that process. Because it's changing you in what you want and what you will accept.
Yes.
And it's raising your self-confidence to a level that says, this is me. I'm going to be a certain way, and I'm going to act a certain way to attract what I'm eventually looking for.
Right. Again, I
So-
still don't know what that is. I don't have.
I know that because you're not at that point just
Right.
yet. But it's a working on yourself,
Yeah.
because it's not a bad thing to be
No.
unavailable emotionally. It's not a bad thing.
It's a
Because
process that
it's
needs
a process
to happen.
because you're protecting yourself right now,
Absolutely.
and that's okay.
Katie chimed in on that. She said, if you aren't happy single, you won't be happy taken.
Right.
Happiness comes from within, not from a man.
Mm-hmm. Ding.
Bing, bing, ding, bing,
Ding,
bing.
ding, ding, ding.
Abso-flippin'-lutely.
Which, yeah, I totally agree. Just, I mean, if you're unhappy, somebody coming into your life isn't going to, like, magically turn everything
No.
around. All of that stuff that made you unhappy is still there.
It's still there. It's
You're
like
just,
a Band-Aid.
Yeah, you're just covering it up with something else.
Right.
So eventually that unhappiness will come back.
And rear its ugly head.
Yeah. And then at this point, you're going to be in a relationship. And so the relationship is going to break down because you're unhappy.
Right.
You know why? Because you are looking for that person to fill that void, that hole that should be filled with self-love and self-esteem
Absolutely.
and self-confidence. And guess what? Nothing but that will fill that hole.
Nothing can fix you like you can.
Oh, that's... You go.
Mhm.
That's hot. That's hot.
And I just
Katie, I'm not saying he's hot. I'm just saying that the comment
Oh,
was
he's hot. I'll say
He
it.
is
He's
hot.
hot. I mean,
I'm sure she knows that.
I'm not hating right now. I'm just saying.
Number 4, the past. Find out if the person has had a long-term relationship and why it ended. You may learn that prior relationships ended at the stage where intimacy normally develops.
Well, yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
I agree. It's
If a person only wants to give so much of themselves, they're only going to give so much of themselves.
Right.
You
Well-
know, people have a point where they'll stop.
and
Unless it's coming, unless what they want is being reciprocated.
and that kind of plays into the whole like honesty and like trust and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
If they're going to like lie or whatever about what happened in their previous relationship, obviously like they're going to be trying to cover something up.
Right.
So what are they going to cover up with you?
That's a very good question.
And I mean, I hate to be, I don't like to be negative about this, but really finding out from a person about their past, there's three sides to the story. There's really three
absolutely.
sides to the
There's
story.
always
There's
three
his
sides.
side, her side, and the truth. So, you know, you really be able to have to trust in that person that they're telling you, you know, at an objective level.
But you have to understand that where that conversation is coming from. I have a
Right.
hard time
Right.
talking about someone about their past because I look at it as past is the past is the past. So, yeah, Katie, you saw. Anyway.
I didn't, but that's okay. I have enough stuff.
She said he is hot.
Oh, well, yeah, duh.
She agrees with us.
Of course he's
All
hot.
caps, 2 exclamation points.
Okay.
2 exclamation
He may
points,
want to
not
share.
just one.
He may want to share that status on his Facebook.
I think it already is. If he, are you out of? I'm kind of out of coffee too.
I'm almost out of coffee. That's
I'm gonna
okay.
show
We're
you
good.
one.
We're good.
Oh.
I have some. I'm good.
Anyway, but I find it difficult to ask somebody about their past or past relationships because I do tend to think, okay, well, the past is past. Let's move forward. But again,
Most
if you
people-
don't know the history, it tends to repeat itself. So
Exactly, because most people tend to repeat that and really don't learn from the things. Wow, Michael, really don't learn from the things that they've went through, because they may be, trying to protect themselves from it happening again, or did not open themselves to say, oh, this is really what happened and this is how I felt, so I need to, I don't want to feel that way again. So I want to go ahead and learn and say, no, I don't want this type of person, or yes, I'm
Right.
looking for this type of person, and not kind of keep going and attaching themselves to the same type of people over and over and over again.
that's why I made some rule. Me and my very close group of friends made some rules for me when I decided that, okay, now let's see what's out there to date. And on the very top of it was one particular group of people that I've kind of grown up with. And they have a nickname, and they know who they are, because I've talked to some of them already. And I will not date this type of these people, because I already know their past history. At this point, I want something totally different. I don't want to know. I don't want to know on a personal level who you've been married to, who you have a kid with. Excuse me. That I don't want to know their past on a personal level. I would much rather meet someone new and learn about
Right. It makes
somebody
sense.
else's past, because at this point,
All that stuff
I'm
is
really
super-
into something totally different. I want new. I want
Yes,
fresh.
and all
I
that
want,
all that past stuff is like way too close to. No.
It's way too close to the heart. It's way too close
no.
to the last relationship I was in. It's, I. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Did I explain that?
Michael, what were you going to say? Because you took
No,
a big old
we've
breath.
got like 20 minutes left.
Oh,
We just need to
okay.
Move the
wow.
points along.
New
Move on.
points one. Number 5, perfection seekers. These people look for and find a fatal flaw in the opposite sex and then move on. I call them jumpers. Oh, the problem is that they're scared of intimacy. When they can't find imperfection, their anxiety raises. Given time, they will find an excuse to end the relationship. Don't be tempted to believe you're better than their past partners. Oh, what did you have put on yourself? What was that? What was that? Trust? Trust
Yeah,
in
okay,
who?
Okay, all right, that's me.
I love
I'm
you.
not gonna
I'm
lie,
very
I will
happy
admit
that you admitted
that
that.
is me.
Oh,
I am
I'm
a
very
jumper.
happy. I did, when I
am
saw
a jumper.
that. You,
But it may not. I mean,
you're doing very
look,
good.
I will hang for a long ass time. I will tell you, I'll hang. I will hang.
You have been doing very good.
I'll
and I'm
hang
so
for
proud
a
of
long
you.
time. But, I get to a point where I'm like, look, I'm not trying to change anybody, but if you don't, if you don't continue the process to make yourself better, not having anything to do with me, see, because the problem stems at the beginning. When you pick the wrong people and you think, oh, they're going to do this and they're going to do that because they project themselves and represent themselves a certain way, and then you find out that they're not.
Right.
And sometimes it might take 2 years.
It might. Yeah. And time's going to pass anyway. Might as well enjoy it.
Right. So anyway, that's something that I'm working on, to accept people for who they are.
And believe
and
them.
Believe them, trust them. So yeah, I am.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Number 6, anger. Notice rudeness to waiters and others, revealing pent-up rage. This type of person is demanding the probable emotional abusiveness. I cannot stand people who yell at waitresses or waiters needlessly. Now, mind you, if you're a server and you've totally screwed up, I give people chances all the time. If you apologize, oh, I'm so sorry I screwed up your order, let me fix this.
Yeah.
That is one thing.
Or like, I'm sorry, I'm new, I'm still getting the hang
Right.
of things. Then I'm like, hey, I totally get it.
Totally
Like,
get it.
There is a learning curve. Like, I got it.
But if you're a jerk
if
that's
you're
going
gonna,
to
if
yell,
you're gonna bring
Look,
your bad day
for time's
like
sake,
to my table, I don't want to. I
Right.
don't want to deal with that.
Right.
Right.
Did you just put your hand over
yeah,
my
because
mouth?
I wanted to hear what he had to
Okay,
say.
for time's
I have
sake,
one ear right
for
now.
time's sake, all 3 of these things happen: anger, arrogance, lateness, of invasiveness or evasiveness, all that stuff. I mean, if you're really looking for someone who's honest and true and loves themselves and doesn't have inner anger issues and that kind of thing, all of those things are red flags.
And how they treat
All
their
of
mother,
them.
how they treat their parent,
How they treat how a man or a woman treats their mother and
or their
father,
parent figure.
that's how they're going to treat you and your kids and everything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I-
huge red flags. Huge.
Yeah.
Huge red flags. Just pay attention to that. It's huge because that stuff will eventually come out at you because the filter of being nice will wear off.
Yeah.
After a couple months, like towards you, and be like, "Look, bitch."
And the person that you supposedly love is the first person that you're going to show that
Yes,
Right.
exactly. So just be careful for that stuff, that inner
to.
anger,
Secrecy,
Yes.
evasiveness, inappropriate questions too soon about money, sex, hidden agendas, unwillingness to allow relationships to unfold. These are huge red flags for yourself. I mean, if you find yourself asking, "Hey, so what kind of sex do you like? I just met you 5 minutes ago. But let's find out." That, might be wait, I may have done that.
Yeah,
Time
it's
to-
okay.
I'm an interviewer. I tend to ask a lot of questions.
But that's all right. You have to wonder. You don't have to wonder where it's coming from.
Right.
But those are just some things that show a person's character, and don't think that they're going to change.
Yeah.
Because they've
Again,
been
you
this
can't
way
change
for
people.
that long, and they think it's okay.
Yeah.
But really, someone is looking for somebody that just wants to better themselves.
Again,
Which
nobody
is
can
great.
make you better.
No.
You have to make you better.
Mm-hmm.
Number 10, seduction. Beware of sexual cues given too early. Seducers avoid authenticity because they don't believe that they're enough to keep a partner. Once the relationship gets real, they'll sabotage it. Seduction is a power play and about conquest. Notches
On the belt.
bedpost.
Yeah, notches on the belt.
Wow, the room just went silent.
Real quick, going back to the whole like server thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, please.
We had a weird experience. Katie and I, we went to BJ's. I think the server,
Again, a restaurant.
I think the server was new because you know how like most waiters and waitresses like they don't even like need like the pad to write stuff down
Yeah.
anymore. Like this guy was still like using the pad, but we had like just sat down and he like reached over and like pulled like a stray hair like off of her shoulder, and we were like.
That's slightly inappropriate.
Yeah, like he did it, and I just like glared at him like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
That's fairly
And he was
intimate.
like, "Oh, like my bad." Like, yeah.
Oops.
The fuck are you doing, guy?
That is
He was feeling her. He wanted
grooming
to touch
is a
her.
very intimate thing. I
You wanted to groom
I
her.
groom people too. People I love, and it's like
And, like,
and
I can be very territorial,
yeah, you can.
and like even though like that was like our first date, and like we haven't like sat down and be like, yes, we're boyfriend and girlfriend and stuff like that. It's still like this is who I'm
Well,
with.
it's respect,
and you're
man.
random fucking dude.
yeah, random
It's
person
respect.
that's
That's
grabbing-
what it is. It's respect.
Like we were
And I will-
obviously here
yeah,
together.
It's respect. It's
Waiter.
respect.
Waiter.
Hello?
And from a magical perspective, from from my magical
Yeah.
perspective, that's DNA.
Yeah.
That's something that can be used
Yeah. Get the fuck out of my bubble.
not to scare the crap out of anybody. But if I pull a hair off of you, it's usually just to groom you, not
Do anything.
do anything.
Yes.
I'm not trying to scare people. I'm just saying.
And it's a respect thing.
Yeah.
And it's definitely
It's totally a respect thing. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I hate. That if you do not know me and if we have not been introduced properly,
Don't groom you in public.
outside of my work setting, do you understand? Outside
Yeah.
of like a gig or something like that,
Yeah.
don't touch me.
Yeah. Get the fuck out of my bubble.
And it's bad enough where if I'm working and somebody, because it happens all the time because people want to touch you and talk to you and stuff, and then that's okay, but it's annoying. I'm sorry. It's one of
Yeah.
my huge pet peeves.
And if the
Huge pet peeves.
if
Don't
something like the
touch
hair-
me. You don't have the right to touch me. If I wanted you to touch me, I would get up in your space and let you.
and if it's something like that, and like if it honestly bothers you, because I know some people just have like that thing, like even though we're in a public setting and you're like this waiter that we have never met before, you can at least like say something. Just be like, hey, just so you know, you have a straight hair there.
Well, and really, why are they paying attention to that?
I have no.
I mean,
clue.
that's
Because
really
he
a
liked her.
random
He was
thing.
feeling her. Come on.
Well,
That's why. You want to touch her.
do that shit again, and you're gonna feel my fist.
Oh,
And your fucking face.
all right. Or either that or he was completely OCD.
Yeah, well,
Could
yeah,
be.
that's highly possible.
That's
So
highly
10
possible.
questions to ask yourself to be honest with yourself. Are you angry at the opposite sex? Do you like jokes that are at their expense? If so, you may need to heal from past wounds before you're comfortable getting close to someone again. Do you make excuses to avoid getting together? Do you think so? You're so independent you don't need anyone? Do you fear falling in love because you may get hurt? That's a big one. Are you always waiting for the other shoe to drop? Although people complain about their problems, many have even more difficulty accepting the good. Are you distrustful? Maybe you've been betrayed or lied to in the past and now look for it in everyone. Do you avoid intimacy by filling quiet times with distractions? Are you uncomfortable talking about yourself or your feelings? Do you have secrets you're ashamed of that makes you feel undesirable or unlovable? Do you this show is really helping me open up. I'm just saying. Do you usually
awesome.
like to keep your opinions open in case someone better comes along? Do you fear a relationship may place too many expectations on you that you give up your independence or lose your anonymity? Autonomy. My brain.
It would be autonomy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So those are great questions to ask for yourself. Again, you can find this this beautiful article on the Moffitt Cancer Center.
Still have time. We got 12 minutes. Say that.
So Mike has a story.
I believe this does kind of like tie in with this whole thing. It's titled, "Are You With the Right Partner?" During a seminar, a woman asked, "How do I know if I am with the right person?" The author then noticed that there was a large man sitting next to her, so he said, "It depends. Is that your partner?" In all seriousness, she answered, "How do you know?" "Let me answer this question because the chances are good that it's weighing on your mind," replied the author. Here's the answer. Every relationship has a cycle. In the beginning, you fall in love with your partner, you anticipate their calls, want their touch, and like their idiosyncrasies. Falling in love wasn't hard. In fact, it was a completely natural and spontaneous experience. You didn't have to do anything. That's why it's called falling in love. People in love sometimes say, "I was swept off my feet." Picture the expression. It implies that you were just standing there doing nothing and then something happened to you. Falling in love is a passive and spontaneous experience, but after a few months or years of being together, the euphoria of love fades. It's a natural cycle of every relationship. Slowly but surely, phone calls become a bother, if they come at all. Touch is not always welcome when it happens, and your spouse's idiosyncrasies, instead of being cute, drive you nuts. And, it doesn't have to be a spouse. It could just be like a long-term relationship.
Right.
The symptoms of this stage vary with every relationship. You will notice a dramatic difference between the initial stage, when you were in love, and a much duller and even angrier subsequent stage. At this point, you and your partner might start asking, "Am I with the right person?" And as you reflect on the euphoria of love you once had, you may begin to desire that experience with someone else. This is when relationships break down. The key to succeeding in a relationship is not finding the right person, it's learning to love the person you found. People blame their partners for their unhappiness and look outside for fulfillment. Extramarital fulfillment comes in all shapes and sizes. Infidelity is the most common, but sometimes people turn to work, a hobby, friendship, excessive TV, or abusive substances. But the answer to this dilemma does not lie outside your relationship, it lies within it. I'm not saying that you couldn't fall in love with someone else. You could, and temporarily you'd feel better, but you'd be in the same situation a few years later. Because, listen carefully to this. The key to succeeding in a relationship is not finding the right person, it's learning to love the person you found. Sustaining love is not a passive or spontaneous experience. You have to work on it day in and day out. It takes time, effort, and energy, and most importantly, it demands wisdom. You have to know what to do to make it work. Make no mistake about it. Love is not a mystery. There are specific things you can do with or without your partner, just as there are physical laws of the universe, such as gravity. There are also laws for relationships. If you know how to apply these laws, the results are predictable. Love is therefore a decision, not just a feeling. Remember this always. Never mind. It's like all about God. So.
No, but that's true. There is a chemical. We have a chemical
Yes.
connection.
Yeah.
It is in our brains. We are naturally predispositioned to enjoy the falling in love ritual that everybody has with each other, and it may be a romantic relationship, it may be a friendship, but that chemical it only sustains itself for about 2 years, they found. So after 2 years, That
Okay, I don't mean to be a
chemical-
jerk or anything, but eat chocolate. It's the same thing.
No, that's the sex thing. That's the sex thing.
Sorry.
That's the sex thing. That's the sex chemical.
Eat chocolate. It's the same thing.
Yeah, that's the sex chemical.
Okay, whatever.
No, the falling in
even
love
close.
chemical is truly... there's a name for it. Now I can't remember it.
Not
but,
even close.
But yeah, we truly have it going on in our brain cycles. The essence of the whole euphoria of the passion of it, the excitement of it, the newness of it. It's like getting a new car. And then after a few years, it's like, oh, well, it stinks. I know it's hot in here. Anyway,
It's
we
just
didn't
me.
open one. Are you kidding? Did you not see me today? I am too cute.
I know, I see.
Anyway.
You are cute.
So,
Here's
but,
it. Let me. Can I say something?
oh,
But-
yeah.
Can I say something? The most
the
the
last
most
one.
beautiful part, actually, though, is to be able to get to a point and get past that point where you accept them for who they are.
Well, and it's not just
and
accepting
grow
too.
to it and grow to, to love them in a way where
You don't need that chemical.
right.
Or you always keep rediscovering that chemical. You keep that going. You keep rediscovering each other with the love for each other. With trying, like, the grass is not always may be greener on the other side, but the grass would be greener on your side if you watered it.
I have a confession to make. It's not bad.
Confessions
I have a
of
confession to
Wendy.
make. I always and have always just wanted to be my parents.
Your parents are super cute.
They are still married after. Well, they're actually their anniversary's coming up on April 25th, which is actually my dad's birthday too.
The problem I have with that,
43 years.
The problem I have when people tell me that, though, is you are seeing your parents as a child of those parents. You are not seeing them as an objective person to find out what they've had to go through.
I know what they've had to go through. I was there.
Right, but you see it through your child's eyes, not another human eyes. Do you see what I mean?
Right. Well, I will give props to anybody that's been married for that
Oh,
long.
absolutely.
I do it all the time. People come on the boat, 50th anniversaries, 30th, 40th
Absolutely.
anniversaries. Man, those people are the people to be commended. They hung through a lot of
They have
bullshit.
dealt with your shit.
They have dealt with a lot of crap. I mean, to me, it's wussy to walk away for stupid reasons because you don't think that, I think it's wussy to walk away. And yes, I will admit
Katie
that has happened several times to me.
Kate said that the grass is greener where you water it.
That's right. The grass is greener where you water it.
Grass is greener where you water it. Absolutely.
I mean, if a person has trust in you and you have trust in them, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it's tough in this world to stick together like that.
Well, and
There's
again,
so
on
many-
a scientific
there's
level,
lots of
too.
outside things going.
Yeah, well, and on a scientific level, at our very base level, we are built to help each other. We are built to be a pack animal. Humans are a pack animal. And at some point, you need to realize that and recognize that we are here to help each other and lift each other up, not tear each other down. Because we're all in this together. We are all on this spaceship Earth together. We are all here to make our lives and be happy and live and enjoy ourselves and enjoy each other.
Right.
That's
right.
the whole being of ourselves. We have one really cool nerve. Well, we have lots of nerves in our body, but one, it's called the vagus nerve. It runs from the base of your neck all the way almost down, like into your abdomen. That nerve is responsible for your what I call the choke response. You see a really cool picture or listen to a commercial of like the Publix commercials during the holidays where the family are all getting together, and that gives you the little,
little
catch in your. For me, it's military families seeing their children again when they come home. I'm going to do it now, thinking about it. That gets me every time. Every time. Sorry. Just thinking about it makes that reaction. We all have this nerve. We all do. It's part of your biological system. That's what we're here for.
Like, about what Wendy said before, when you're saying, like, you're on the boat and you would see all these people celebrating, like, 30, 40, like, 50-year anniversaries. I know we don't have any more in the area, but do you remember Shoney's?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The one that we used to go to.
Restaurant.
The one that we used to go to all the time, which was down on 66th Street, like near Dixie.
Mm-hmm.
When you walked inside in their little like waiting area to be seated, they had all these pictures up of couples that had reached their 50th anniversary. And I remember as a kid, I'm like, I really want to be on that wall. Like, to be with somebody that long, I think is like just
Beautiful.
awesome. Yeah, it's amazing.
It is.
Like whenever I'm like out and about and I see like an old couple like walking and like holding hands, I'm like, that is great. After 40, 50 years, the fact that you can still walk around with the same person, like holding their hand, talking, like bullshitting about whatever, like that's great.
That's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing. I would have to be 90 at this point. So I don't think I'm going to reach up. You think it could happen? I don't know.
You never know.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You never know. No,
Did you have an
never know.
inspirational quote or?
I have. I'm spewing them all the time. It's my job to uplift you.
Again, I'm going to need
like a Victoria's
list.
Secret bra. That's my job. Oh my God. My job is to make you feel better about yourself.
I'm going to make a list of everything that Wendy is the queen of and her job titles. This may take me years just to
and we
complete
only
this
have
list.
like 2 minutes left, so it may
It's not going to happen.
It's just not going to happen.
It's not going to happen today.
It's not going to happen.
But with that said, I think being honest with yourself.
Yes, be honest with yourself and believe in yourself. If you don't love yourself first, nobody is going to love you, and you're not going to be able to love anybody else. So if you don't
Fake it, sister.
if you don't fix this
Fake it.
in here, it may seem like it's really nice on the outside to begin with, but there it goes again with that relationship thing and that intimacy thing. If it takes a little bit of time, then the person's going to recognize that you've been putting up a front for this long. Not good. So work on yourself. Look in the mirror and say, "How can I make myself better?" Because for me, yes, in order to attract what I am looking for.
And it doesn't have to be a relationship.
No,
whatever
anything.
you're attracting, it could
Job, money, happiness,
clean house,
anything. If you don't start within yourself and letting go of bitterness, resentment, guilt, there's nothing that you have done that you can't say you're sorry for.
Yep.
Let that out and let it go.
Well, I think like Jeffrey Dahmer has a.
I'm just saying to the normal, everyday kind of thing. Really,
with that,
you always take it there. Why?
I don't know. My brain's.
Yeah, I know. That's
Screwy.
That's why I love you.
We're starting Pitch Perfect right
Oh,
now.
I am so not sitting here and watching this.
I get to sing
That's
for a
fine.
movie.
You don't have to.
But again, like this topic came from a Facebook user. So if you guys have any ideas for topics that you want to hear us elaborate on, here are amazing wisdom. Give us.
It's just because we're old. That's the only reason why we know these things, because we're old.
Speak for yourself.
I'm not old.
I'm still in my last few months of 30s.
That's because, look, when you turn 40,
and
everything
40
will
is
change.
the new 30, so I get to go
I
back.
know. Well, no kidding. You will, but at this point, you still think you're 12. Wait until you
That's
turn
true.
40, and then you'll be like, everything will open up and be like, oh.
Part of me does think that there's
Okay,
going to be
well,
a switch that happens on my birthday that all of a sudden, like, I'll get amazing, like, clarity.
You will. It comes.
I'm
it
hoping.
will come.
I'm
it will
hoping.
come,
I'm
and then
having
you.
shirt issues
And then
today.
I think it will help you to realize, really, what it is that you want, and what it is that you will accept, and move on.
It's possible.
Forward. Oh yeah, it definitely will happen.
So good
There's
out
no
there.
question.
Love one another. Love yourself. Facebook us. Message us. Call us. Like us. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Have an amazing day. And we'll see you Friday.
From
The studio. We're going to be in the studio
we'll
on
be live in
Friday.
the studio, so we will be giving you a phone number on
That
our
you could-
post that you can call us and talk to us live.
Nice.
Ask us questions. Be nice.
No, don't be nice. It's
Okay.
way funner when you're not nice.
I know, whatever.
Then we get to go off. That's fun. Love you guys.
Mwah. Later.
그런 선어해